Dear subscribers, dear compatriots, dear viewers, hello. Welcome to the third episode of the Seeker's Chaser project. Today we will be focusing exclusively on the aesthetic part of the SC430, and we will start right away by talking about mechanics. Because yes, last night we left the garage after midnight, and we finished by test driving the car, and realized that we had regained all the perfect power, but at the cost of a fuel leak. When we left last night, I started tidying up the garage, and every time I walked around the car, I noticed there was still a faint smell of gasoline. After that, we realized that one of the injector seals was leaking. So I'll try to show it to you. It's right there. I'll zoom in. There you go. So normally on the top of the injector, you can see that the seal is a little bit damaged. So Thibaut took apart the right fuel rail of the V8 again, and I just replaced the seal. We had one lying around. It's this one. Normally, it should work. We're going to put this injector back in because it was leaking a lot. I didn't film it because all the equipment was put away, but normally it's fine now. Actually, the little seal was really worn out. Maybe now we'll see a bit better. But it was all worn out. I don't know why. Did we do that when we positioned the fuel rail? We don't know anyway. Other than that, normally the engine part is finished. I was supposed to film it for you in the W210 videos. It was the headlight restoration. I know there are some people who won't like it once again, but I don't care. The little method with Aladdin's lamp, where you apply your little vapor on the headlight. It's all magic that you see everywhere in videos. It's crap. I'm saying it clearly, it's crap. It lasts 6 months, it's useless. It's temporary, it's good when you want to sell a car and hide it from the future buyer and do a crappy job. I'm going to show you how we work here. We have a technique that lasts 10 years over time. I had it done on my Cayenne. It hasn't changed to this day. I did it on the fog lights of the Chaser. It hasn't changed. And I'm going to show you today on these headlights that are completely dead. I'll try to show you how crazy they look. So, not only are there resin stains everywhere, but they're completely yellowed. And even then, on video, they look pretty white because of the image filters and everything. But in reality, they're very yellowed. So we're going to start restoring this, and then I'll tackle the bumper to see what I can do. It's over there. But for now, I've got quite a bit of work ahead of me. All right, the technique is very simple, nothing complicated. Basically, we're going to use different pads, starting from the most aggressive to the least aggressive. I don't have a promo code to give you or anything like that. Here, for example, I'm going to start with 240 grit. Basically, we're going to sand it down completely until you can barely see any yellow left. And then we'll move to a finer grit. I'll increase the grit each time and repeat until it's as smooth as possible. The first step is done. Now, as you can see, the headlight looks even more opaque than before because I sanded it completely with 240 grit. And especially, I'll try to show you, but it's absolutely not smooth or anything. There are lots of sanding marks. So when you get a fairly uniform result like this, it's pretty good. So now all we have to do is just change the sandpaper. We're going to gradually increase the grit to smooth out all the imperfections I just made. At this point, I've managed to remove all the resin that was on it and everything, so it's perfect. The result is perfect so far. I'll switch to finer sandpaper, currently using 600 grit for step 2, and update you when finished. The pass with the 600 grit is done. Now you can see that the headlight is a little less opaque since I'm actually increasing the grit, or at least the number. So as a result, it scratches a bit less. That lets us see a bit more of the inside. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically you get what I mean. Also, this may not have been the best example for this car, but you'll understand in the end. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but basically the Lexus headlight is slightly tinted, kind of bluish. So, well, I'll still show you the old one. Here you can see clearly, it's definitely yellow. And here, I don't know if you can see it well on camera. Anyway, in real life, I can see it. The plastic is really very lightly tinted, blue-green, you'll see. If I put them side by side, we might see the difference. But anyway, when it comes back, basically, you'll see there will be a slight tint, but it will be totally transparent. Now, I don't know, I think I'm going to start with the 1000, yeah. Let's do a quick pass with the 1000. Pass with the 1000 is done, so now we're really at the end. I'll quickly go over it with the 2000, then thoroughly degrease and clean it before moving to the final stage. After that, it'll be done. I'll handle this one off camera. This way, I can show them side by side so you see the difference. Already, the difference is noticeable. I'll do the last pass and then we'll move on to the next step. There we go, that's good. The sanding steps are done. So now, basically, what we're going to do is clean it, and I'll show you something as well. You see, your headlight is completely ruined because it's even worse than before. I'll show you, look. I have just a little bit of water here. Now you'll see why the clear coat matters. Look. You see, as soon as you put something liquid on it, you notice the transparency. So here, I haven't cleaned it yet. So here, the goal is to clean it, to degrease it. And when we apply the layer of clear coat on top, well, there you go. We'll have all the transparency inside. Now that the headlight is degreased and completely clean, we're going to move on to the final stage. The final stage is just to clear coat it. I use this. It's not sponsored or anything. It's just the best spray we've found. I don't know if you can see it well, yeah. It's SprayMax 2K. That's the most important thing with the little activator. Basically, you activate your spray can from underneath, right here. But it has a time limit. How long does it last? 3 or 4 days? No more than that. Your spray can last just 3 or 4 days. So that means if you have 2 or 4 headlights to do them all at once. Because basically, count on 1 spray can per pair of headlights if you're not doing any others. Because after that, unfortunately, you'll have to throw it away. We're going to do a first base coat, and then I'll apply the final coat. Let it dry for at least 24 to 48 hours. That's ideal. Be careful not to put anything on the headlight. Put it in a room where there's no dust or anything like that. We'll let them dry, then put them back on. I'll apply the varnish and show you the result. We'll meet back at home in a few seconds so you can win something for free. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank the sponsor who made it possible for me to buy all the parts I needed for this car. And I'm talking about Ovoco. And it's a great sponsor because you see the headlights I'm working on? If I mess up, it's not a big deal because if you look on Ovoco's website, they have used headlights for sale. For those who don't know Ovoco, it's a website that lists countless junkyards across Europe and gives you access to a huge used parts market. And since prices aren't the same in France and abroad, sometimes you can get some really great deals, like I'm showing you right now for all the Lexus parts. There's even a V8 for sale. It's really interesting. There are body parts, headlights, electronic parts, interior parts. There's a lot of stuff. Your car is definitely on the site unless you're driving the latest Bugatti. There are actually still some parts, but it's a bit more complicated. Go check it out, it's really incredible. I'll put the link to their website in the video description and as the first pinned comment. And if you want to do me a favor in exchange for the little giveaway I'm going to tell you about, just click on the link and browse around a bit. It's totally free and it really helps me out. It allows me to keep these partnerships going, which in turn lets me buy parts for my heaps of junk. And as I was saying, there's a little giveaway. It's very simple to participate. I'm going to give you 500 OVO vouchers. And on top of that, they're really good. And I'll also add a United Driver sticker pack. It's totally free. I'll send it to your home for free. To participate, it's very simple. Just write in the comments, Ovoco is the best. And in the next video, I'll randomly pick 5 winners. Message me on Instagram with your details, and I'll send you a voucher and sticker pack. Also, to make me happy, check the link in the description or the first pinned comment for the Ovoco website. Now, back to the video. I brought the old one into the office for you. So here, it's really yellowed. It's really dirty. There's still all the resin on it. Just a little note. If you don't have resin like this on your headlights, go straight to 320. Don't start with 240, it'll be too rough. Go straight to 320. It'll be much easier for the next steps. So here, it doesn't look too yellow, but it's still really dirty. And now, look at the new one that's drying. There you go. This one is brand new, completely clear. Still a bit bluish green, like I told you. That's the original plastic from Lexus. But now it's drying nicely, so I'll put them side by side. You can really see the difference. This one has returned to its bluish-green color, while the other remains yellow and dull. Now I'll work on the second one off camera, since it's the same step. I'm really happy this will make the car look much newer. Now that the headlights are finished, we'll tackle the bumper. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. But hey, given the state of the bumper, it can't get any worse. My goal is for it to look good from a distance for now, and we'll do proper bodywork a little later. That's really not the priority right now. So what I'm going to do now is start by cleaning it because it's all messed up. The goal is to fix that. So I'm going to clean, sand, and then put a fresh coat of paint directly on the bodywork. And we'll see how it turns out. He bought me some Mimolette. It's a little gift for a favorite associate. He bought me some Mimolette. Caption, Society, Canada. Well, the problem here is that they really caked it in putty. The putty just keeps breaking into pieces. I really don't think this can be fixed, but at least there won't be any more black marks. Well, gray marks, white marks. I'll see what I can do. But with the putty, you have to go way too thick. I don't know what happened to this bumper. It's really a shame. I did my best here, but I have no idea how it's going to turn out. We'll see. Anyway, there was putty everywhere. I didn't really understand why, what the point was. Knowing that the bumper is fine, especially here. So, well, I couldn't get it all off, but it's more or less smooth. I'm not a bodywork specialist, you know? It just needs to look good from 2 meters away. Now I'll clean and degrease it, and I'll give it a light coat of paint in the color of the bodywork that I bought, which I used for the touch-ups on the back. And we'll see how it turns out, but hey, it'll still look better than how it did originally. Let's be clear from the start. Do not try this at home. What I'm about to do is shameful. But let's just say, for $10, it'll be better than what was there before. It's a paint that matches the car's color code. So I didn't just pick any random black after all. Like I said, the goal is for it to be black. It was all messed up, so normally it should look more or less clean from a distance. But don't do it. Not on a nice car. I'd never do that on the Chaser. Actually, it's not even about the car. What I'm doing is temporary since we can't take it to a body shop and drive it the day after tomorrow. That's not possible. Let's go. I put on a second coat. I'll be honest with you, it's really not great. But anyway, it's drying now. We'll just let it dry. The goal was for the bumper to be black. It's good. Well, it's still all shiny right now. It's drying. You can't really tell yet. You can still see the strokes and everything. But on this side, it's already more convincing. Here, it's already a bit drier. Shelby. Stop pooping everywhere. It's the implaf. He's disgusted because he's been pooping everywhere. Well, that's done. We'll stop here for tonight. And tomorrow, if we're lucky, we'll get a few more new parts. We'll still have the bushings to change. We also bought wheel spacers because, honestly, with the work rims, it looks great. But the fitment just isn't there at all. We bought 25 mm spacers for the front and 30 mm for the rear. Then we'll clean it, install a windshield banner, performance springs, and a few other small items. It should be good after that. See you tomorrow. No, we're not working on her today. It was just to show you the car's advanced state of decomposition. No, I'm kidding. It's not decomposing at all. On the other hand, it really reminds me of the drift cars at Ebisu. You know, the ones that wait during the winter while their owners are gone. And they wait for summer so someone comes to pick them up. Chaser. Frozen Chaser. It's absolutely freezing here. It's 0 degrees. There you go. So some people are going to tell me, yeah, where I live, it's -10. 0 degrees is nothing. I don't give a shit. I don't like the cold. It's cold. She's the one we're going to work on today. And she's warming up nicely. I'm letting her warm up. I'm bringing her into the garage. Her too, yeah. She's really frozen. And today she's going to get her little front end. That's it. The lights are dry. The bumper has been repainted. Maybe we'll give it a quick coat of clear. But anyway, the goal for it to be black is done. The engine, on the other hand, runs like clockwork. Damn, that's nice. Mechanically, for sure, we'll never have any trouble with her. It looks great. Today I'm getting the wheel spacers, so it'll finally have a stance to match its name. Right now it looks awful, but I'm happy. I'm glad we have a nice car. Well, nice. Future nice drift car, secondary project. It's cool. I'll let it warm up a bit more. I'll just ease it into the garage. But we're going to make something cool out of it, yeah. We're going to take the project a bit further than just low cost. Well, low cost, you know what I mean. For now, I haven't done much to it. We're going to take it a bit further. I'm adding a front skirt and a few other upgrades, but mainly we're upgrading the interior with bucket seats. It's gonna look great. So, I'm giving you a quick update to show you where we're at. First, the rear tires have been changed. We haven't received the spacers yet, but I had my old semi-slicks on there. They're gone now. They've been removed. The bumper. So Tlee put another coat of clear on the bumper, just like the clear I used for the headlights. Watch out, the result is amazing. It's perfect. It's actually pretty impressive because the bumper is really clean for people who aren't bodywork professionals at all. I'll show you the most damaged side again. You can still see the scratches, but they're also shiny. They're super shiny, and here, it's really impressive. This side here, you can see the reflection anyway. So there are flaws, obviously. But for spray paint done in a rush, it's pretty impressive. We're nearly finished, just waiting on a few small parts. We'll drain the axle again to be safe and refill it with 140 this time. 75, 140. A few small adjustments to the suspension. And normally, after that, we're good. Well, the end of the video is a bit messy because I'm filming little parts here and there. Basically, I'm filming a lot of things for you. I'll show you a bit of what we've done since earlier. I can't remember if I showed you the lights after reinstalling them, so here they are. The bumper's still drying and not back on yet. I glued on the missing pieces. We went to my place to get the Lexus logo I repainted black. I took off a wheel. I took off a wheel because we finally received the wheel spacer. So now we'll be able to get a proper fit. Because if you look over there, it's a complete mess. What else did we do? We had a water leak. We have a seal. No, we have an O-ring. O-ring, that's it, thank you. We have an O-ring in the water system that just broke. It's split in two. So we took apart a water pipe again. We put in a new seal plus some gasket paste. Normally, we should be good now. What's left for us to do? I have to clean, do the windshield strip, and install the spacers. I'll update you after the spacers are in to check the fit. See you soon. The spacers are installed, everything's good. In the front, it's done, it's installed. In the back, it's installed too. But we haven't put the wheels back on because we're going to grind the edge of the fender to make sure it doesn't rub. The bumper's back on, I put the fog lights back, the logo, everything's good. I'm putting it back like this. At least the front end is restored and it looks better than before. It's really starting to look good, and I'm beginning to like it. There's still plenty left to do. I want to add Universal Origin Lab fiberglass fender flares that need trimming. We'll either need to order 4 wheels with a wild offset or get spacers. Honestly, I think new wheels are better since it doesn't have its own wheels. These are my works. All right, bumper. It looks way better all of a sudden. So we did the logo in matte black, and everything else is glossy. But like Debo said, it's gonna look weird once we close the hood. There we go. This hood, it's still filthy. Yeah, it looks stupid. Damn, this hood is a pain in the ass. Otherwise, it was honestly pretty okay. But now, there's no choice. It's really a shame because the hood is disgusting, and the rest of the car is really clean. With all the resin stains, it's hopeless. Shine sent me their tar and resin remover. It worked really well because I used it a little bit everywhere. For the big drips that were there, I used it to remove them without damaging the paint. I'm not going to do it here because it's hopeless. There are way too many stains. It's hopeless. It's hopeless. Way too many stains here. But yeah, it does remove them. But the hood is done for. It needs to be repainted. But it works really well. For the rest of the paint, it works really well. All the little resin spots, and in my case, they've been dry for a year. So, it's fine. Their stuff is approved. But it's super effective when the resin stain is recent. After a year, you have to scrub and you might damage your paint. But if you just got it in the last 2 or 3 days, it works really well. All right, let's move on to the next part. All right, to avoid rubbing the fenders, I said we'd cut. Now, Tebow is making the first cut. We'll cut the fender to the edge so it won't rub when driving since we're lowering the car a lot. And supposedly, he might have solved the hood issue. But we can't leave it like this. It's just not manageable. So we might have to go with a last-minute backup solution. It's the next day, the last day before the event. We're loading the car in less than an hour. The car's finished. We did a test run. Everything's good. There's no more water leak. There's no more oil leak. The car's running smoothly. Everything works. We adjusted the coilovers, set the ride height, and did the timing belt. Everything you've seen. Now we're focused on aesthetics. Unfortunately, we have to run the hood as is. We couldn't quickly think of anything better to do. To explain, actually, Tebow's backup plan to try to do something about the hood was for me to spray it with black paint, like we did on the bumper. And he wanted to apply clear coat on top. The idea itself isn't bad. But there were two things that worried me. It was the fact that it's a hood, so a big flat surface. And I was afraid there would either be drips or visible streaks. Anyway, I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling it. But above all, what really settled it was that a few hours later, I was loading the car onto the trailer and bringing it home. I couldn't picture transporting the car with the hood drying in the back, exposed to wind and road risks. Bad idea. And the car, at any moment, the clear coat could have ended up on the windshield, I don't know. But bad idea. We preferred to leave it like that, and it's just as well. Now, we're putting the last thing on it, the Resource Performance Sun Strip. And after that, from there, we load it onto the trailer, I bring it home. And tomorrow, drift. Oh, the mess. Drift. Come on, let's go. Do we unfold it here? It's too short. No, it's not. How much underwear for a condom? For this quality, these things? I don't know. Amazon, $10. We're not peeling it off yet because I'm loading the car onto the trailer and don't want it to come off on the road. We'll tape everything so it stays in place and peel it off tomorrow. The car is now finished. I won't do it again. It's still coming off. That bastard. This really isn't a quality sun strip. Well, the cool thing is that, once again, it was a learning experience. I learned a lot of things I didn't know how to do on this kind of car. Even though it was really exhausting. Really exhausting. That means in the evening, we got home at midnight, went to bed. 1 in the morning. Got up the next morning at 6. It was intense. Then after that, rushing over here. It's tough. I haven't slept much this week. But it's cool because now I have a backup drift car in case the Chaser has a problem. So, the Seeker's Chaser project is a success. We'll see how it goes now. I think with the front end, since we didn't put in the big angle spacers, tomorrow's going to be a spin day. But we'll see. The automatic transmission, that's no problem. Engine power is okay. The chassis is good, but the front end and lack of a big angle kit will make things challenging. That's it, the car's loaded. It's on the trailer, and we're ready to go for the drift day. That's for tomorrow. Departure at 5:30. It's going to be rough. I'm not expecting anything. But I feel like I'm going to be surprised in a good way. I still think that without the steering spacers, it's going to be tough. But it's better than not driving at all. Because originally, I wasn't supposed to drive. So I'm not going to complain. I'm also going to take this opportunity to thank all of you, the Instagram community. Because if you're not following me on Instagram, that's a problem. Seriously, go do it. Because I post a lot of stories live about what I'm doing. And especially sometimes I reach out to you when I have questions. Because I don't know everything about every field either. Like, for example, anything related to computers. I've been really bothered lately with my computer. And especially with my workspace too. Because right now you see me with a nice, clean, beautiful desk and everything. But a week ago, it wasn't like this. A week ago, I had a desk that I made myself out of 2 wooden boards. It did the job. I've been working like this for 2 years. And it worked really well. Once I posted an Instagram story showing a desk, but I can't recall which computer store it was in. The desk had a button to raise and lower it. I'd never seen that before and felt totally out of touch. When I saw it, I acted like a kid and looked silly in the store. So I posted a story asking if any of you had this type of desk. And was it really worth it? In the end, yes. Some people actually had good arguments. And it's true, I was already doing that at my previous job. When you get tired of sitting, like I do after editing videos for over 8 hours, it's helpful to stand up occasionally and keep working while standing. So, thank you, FlexiSpot. I now have a desk that lets me work standing up, and that's really cool. Some of you asked me to show you the setup I work with. So, this is for the geeky ones among you. Well, here it is. It's very simple. I now have a FlexiSpot desk. So it's unreal. I really think it's something crazy. I mean, here on the bottom of the desk, I have my little remote that lets me lower my desk to the millimeter, you see, and it's really responsive too. This way, at least, I can adjust it however I want. You have 2 programmable positions, a standing position and a sitting position. So that gives you 4 in total. And here, for example, you see I put it in the sitting position. It's unreal and incredible. This kind of thing blows my mind. And another cool thing, there's a USB port on the side. That way you can charge your phone and everything at the same time. It's really awesome. Really thank you, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not paid to say this, but they sent it to me for free. I'm being honest since they saw my story. And now they gave me a desktop that's 2 meters wide and I think 90 deep. The legs are included. There's a whole cable management system up there where you put your power strip, your cables, everything is organized. And on top of that, they did an amazing job. They gave me an arm so I could mount my computer screen without it moving, you know? Perfect. And of course, you can move the arm, you can bring it forward however you want. It's awesome. I'm happy because I no longer have a homemade wooden board. Now I have a high-quality, adjustable one. This way, at least, I won't have a sore butt anymore when I sit on my chair for more than 8 hours. And I'll be honest with you, it's really, really good quality. All right, let me raise it up for you. High position. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love this thing. I set it to 90.4 because otherwise it hits my shelf. You see, I adjusted it to the millimeter because I had the shelf before I got the desk. So I'd have to move my little shelf with my little 7-Eleven and my Toyota Chasers. But I'm really happy. Thanks again, FlexiSpot. You did a great job. So there you go. That's it. We're coming to the end of this video. So from now on, no more mechanical videos about the SC430. Well, at least not in this 4-episode series. The next episode will focus entirely on driving, and we'll see what we can do with this thing. Thanks again so much for following my adventures. It's thanks to you that I can actually afford to do projects like this. Because you're here, because you watch the videos, and also, I'm not gonna lie, it's also thanks to the sponsors. Because all this money that I get, I put it back into the channel, into the projects, into the cars. And that allows me to offer you content completely free of charge. And as I told you once again, my channel will always remain free, and in return, just stay the way you are. And for the newcomers, a little bit of tolerance for the sponsorships, please. Not for them, because, as I said, they didn't pay me. This is really just a fair exchange. But for everything like Car Vertical, Car Rally, Ovoco, or others, that's what allows me to finance my projects. With those words, I'll see you soon in the next video. See you in 10 days for the SC430 test drive. See you!